The last football game that she attended, Virginia Halas McCaskey, was Bears-Packers on her birthday, and the Bears won. She was crazy anti-Packer. She was like one of the Virginia Halas McCaskey, trust me, on her birthday, watching her Bears, who are terrible, beat the playoff-bound Green Bay Packers. If that's the last NFL experience that she had, that's probably a great one for her. But I'll take you back to the last time Bears ownership died, because that seems to be the only way that we seem to have different owners. George Halas, when he died back in 1982, founder of the NFL, Papa Bear George Halas. When he died back in 1982, he had just hired Mike Ditka, which at the time was seen as just a crazy move. Mike Ditka had been a legendary Chicago Bear who had gone sideways with George Halas in the 1970s. Halas never wanted to see Ditka again in his life. But then Ditka wrote George Halas a letter when Ditka was the defense, or not defense, but he was Landry's offensive coordinator with the Cowboys. He wrote him a letter in which Ditka apologized, and where Ditka was basically like, look, crazy old man, you know damn well that I'm as Chicago Bear as they come, blah, blah, blah. And Halas hired him based on that letter. Halas said, Mike, all is forgiven. You are a Chicago Bear through and through. You will be the head coach of this team. And that was a moment in Chicago for Bear fans that was sort of ground changing, because it signaled that we were actually, people loved Ditka in Chicago. The idea, it would almost be like, to some extent, the Jason Witten deal. Like if they made Jason Witten, except Ditka had actual NFL experience and had worked his way up the coaching tree, unlike Jason Witten, who's just a high school coach. But point is, it sort of signaled a new thing. Like, okay, all right, things are really changing. Halas had essentially the last 10 years of his life run the team into the ground by being cheap, by just not spending on anything. So now we had a new ownership, young Mike McCaskey, the grandson, and now we got a new coach. How very exciting. And oh, what's this? A quarterback? We actually took a quarterback in the first round named Jim McMahon, and we've got Walter Payton. When George Halas died, and we had the brand new coach and Mike Ditka, who had yet to coach a game, when George Halas died, we all thought, let's see what happens. And the entire franchise changed for about 6-7 years. They became winners.